In the headlines, many feared killed as gunmen invade Kogi community. Atiku's witness accuses INEC of deleting results on all Vivas machines inspected. Muslim faithful lament high cost of rams ahead of Eid al-Adha. And on the foreign scene, missing Titanic submarine oxygen runs out as search reaches Coast Guard deadline. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Abdurrahman Umar. Thanks for joining. And now the news in full. Unidentified gunmen have reportedly invaded Ijoli town in Ofu local government in Kogi state, shooting and killing people. Report from the area said the attack started around 3 a.m. on Thursday and an Okada rider, including a woman identified as Aziz and wife of a youth leader, Okopi, respectively, have been confirmed dead. The Okada rider was reportedly hit by a stray bullet while the woman was said to be out looking for her husband when she was shot and killed. Also, a family house in the town was reported to have been set ablaze. The security advisor to the governor, Jerry Omadara, confirmed the incident in an interview with Daily Trust, saying he is yet to get the details of the incident. The State Police Command's Police Public Relations Officer, PPRO SP William Aya, could not be reached for comment. Plateau State Governor Kelly Mufwang has reassured citizens of the state of his administration's commitment to protect lives and properties in the state. The governor disclosed this on Wednesday just while swearing in 4 permanent secretaries and 1 special advisor on security matters at the government house. The report.
The assurance of the governor came on the heels of 2 separate attacks in Poi and Chisu districts of Mangu local government area, which left 15 persons dead, and another Sambok community of Yom local government area, where 6 vigilantes were gunned down. Governor Mutfwan said measures are being taken to tackle the menace, adding that his fight against crime and criminality in the state was not targeting at any religion or tribe.
You know that before I was sworn in, Mangu local government and parts of the local government had come under severe attacks. In Mangu alone, we buried over 150 people. As I'm talking to you, probably about 16 to 20 villages have almost been cleaned up. And the attacks have continued unabated. We have taken some steps, we have put some measures in place, but I'd like to promise Plateau people that we are not fighting for any tribe or any religion. Those of you who are from Wase and Kanam, you know that in the last 2-3 years, those local governments have been under siege by bandits. In fact, we can call them terrorists. And I want to salute the security agencies, particularly the Department of State Security, who have battled those bandits to almost a halt at the moment.
The newly appointed security advisor to the governor, Gakti Shipi, also said a lot is being done to arrest the problem.
All I'll tell you is that I'm currently looking at what the situation is so that I'll be able to project within a very short time what we need to do. First, to arrest what is happening in terms of the crisis that is on, and then in future, how to ensure that it does not even occur.
The recent crisis has continued to claim lives of innocent people, particularly in villages of Mangu, Barkiladi, and Riyom local government areas, despite assurances of protection by relevant stakeholders in the state. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the 2023 general elections, Atiku Abubakar, has presented a digital forensic expert at the Presidential Election Tribunal as one of his witnesses. Lead counsel to Atiku, Chris Uche, disclosed this at the ongoing tribunal sitting in Abuja. Uche, who described the witness as key, also addressed the issue of only bringing one witness to court since the presentation of witnesses and evidences will be ending on the 23rd of June 2023.
As part of our strategy today, we call the very vital witness a digital forensic expert. And you remember that this is the very first time we are having a technology-driven presidential elections in Nigeria. So the evidence that this witness has profiled today, a witness who examined the BVAS machines used, is very, very vital. So we are happy this witness has testified today. Tomorrow we'll bring our remaining witnesses and we'll close our case.
The Governorship Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abeokuta, Ogun State on Thursday concluded pre-hearing session and fixed July 5th for the commencement of hearing of the petition filed by the governorship candidate of the People Democratic Party, PDP, Ladi Adebutu. Adebutu is challenging the election of Governor Dapo Abiodun of the All Progressives Congress, APC, citing alleged overvoting, gross misconduct, corrupt practices and non-compliance with the Electoral Act. At the conclusion of the pre-hearing sections on Thursday, the tribunal announced July 4th as the day to tender all documents and papers that were not objected to by either the petitioners or the respondents. The tribunal also said the hearing and the calling of all witnesses will start on July 5th, 2023. As Muslims in Nigeria prefer to celebrate Eid al-Adha, the traditional sacrifice of goats is becoming increasingly difficult for many families due to a significant increase in prices. In Kazana, the cost of goats has significantly skyrocketed compared to that of last year, making it challenging for some to afford the sacrifice. As a result, sellers are recording low patronage, while customers' purchasing power has drastically reduced. Jamil Mabay has more.
Ram sacrifice is a symbol of the Eid al-Kabir celebration. It is a tradition for privileged Muslims to sacrifice rams during the festival. But this year, the prices have hit an all-time high. A rise in price from 20,000 naira to 70,000 naira last year to 50,000 to 150,000 naira this year is making it difficult for many families to afford the sacrifice.
Alhamdulillah,
the price of rams is high this time around because things have changed compared to last year. A ram of 100,000 last year is now 200,000.
Frankly speaking, I'm not surprised by the sudden rise in the price of the ram, because of the following reasons. One, they devaluate our currency, depreciation of naira as well as inflation, and which affects the purchasing power of many Nigerians to the extent that today Nigerians are not talking of ram. They are thinking of food, how to buy food. And you know, food is more essential than ram.
Experts attribute the high prices to a combination of factors, including the devaluation of naira, inflation, and the farmer harder crisis, which have disrupted the supply chain.
Again, also there is this issue of insecurity, especially farmer herders conflict, which has been affecting actually the even availability of the rams.
While some sellers are struggling with low patronage, others are benefiting from the high demand. Whoever bought ram from us last year came back this year. Some have already paid for the rams here. I have even sent for more rams from Dankama. Some people want the government to intervene and subsidize the prices of rams and increase salaries. But experts believe that sacrificing a ram is a luxury, not a necessity.
In a situation whereby you just subsidize ram, you understand, at the end of the day you will discover that the only beneficiaries perhaps will be civil servant. Like we know, there are some states, especially in northern Nigeria, that give a ram to civil servant. You understand? But what about those who are not civil servant? Ram is a luxury. In a situation whereby we have a government that cannot even subsidize food stock, how can you expect them to subsidize ram?
For many families, the high prices mean they will have to skip the tradition of sacrificing a ram during the festival. Jamilu Mabai, Trust TV News, Katsina.
Ahead of this year's Eid al-Kabir celebrations, the price of ram in Kano State has doubled due to the increase in the cost of living. Trust TV correspondent Idris Jibrin reports that unlike last year, traders say they are recording low patronage this year. His report.
Salisu Ilyasu is the chairman of Ram Sellers Association in this market. He says the price of ram and other related animals used for sacrifice by Muslims has tripled compared to what was obtainable last year, and that not so many people are coming forward to buy. Honestly, this year there is problem. Last year, many people are coming forward to buy ram. But this year, you can see the market is scanty. It's only us that are within here. There are not so much buyers coming here to buy. And this is because of the so much problems that we are having. The problem of feeds and supplement, high cost of transportation, courtesy of fuel price increase, among other challenges, are largely responsible for the problem this year.
Tsadar abincin dabbobin da kuma tsadar mai.
Well, some of the problems that also come together to bring about this much challenges that we are facing is the issue of food and supplement. The food we are buying is so expensive. The transportation that we used to transport from places far and wide where we used to go and buy these rams is also very expensive. Sometimes we pay 10,000, 11,000 naira per ram before it gets to Kano from, let's say, Bauchi. According to traders, although the price has tripled, but they try to bring things down in such a way that people can afford. Yet, the price, they say, ranges from 60,000 naira to 250,000 naira per ram, the worst within the last 3 years. You see, this ram that you are seeing, they are very expensive. Like this one, last year we sold this one about 30,000, 35,000 naira. But this year we are selling this type about 60,000 naira. So you can get ram of 60,000 naira up to 250,000 naira, in most cases up to 300,000 naira. In some places they are even selling it up to 400,000 naira. Rams and other sacrificial animals like cow and camels are nevertheless available in most markets visited across Kano State. But there are growing concerns that the price could even go high in the next coming days. Idris Jibrin, Trust TV News, Kano.
You are watching News Update on Trust TV. Coming off after the break, we take a look at physics student with solution to fuel price hike. Details of these and more after the break. Do stay with us. Welcome back, and if you are just joining us, this is the news update on Trust TV. Now, a recap of our top stories. Many feared killed as gunmen invade Kogi community. Atiku's witness accuses INEC of deleting results of all Viva's machines inspected. Now, moving on to other stories. Small businesses are thriving in Lafay Town, the host community of Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida University, following establishment of the institution. Abubakar Akote, who visited the town recently, reports that Lafay Town had risen from a sleepy town to become a busy one. The report.
The university, which was established in 2005, had opened up opportunities for people from all walks of life to establish small businesses that have helped them survive over time. Residents said the population of the town had tripled and now busy day and night, especially when the university is on session. Business owners said they have been able to provide for their families through one business or the other.
I'm do business, I'm do popcorn. I manage this business to serve my life and my families. Because since I finished my school, I never get work to do.
I'm a butcher. I come to sell meat from Sokoto, and thank God I've enjoyed my stay in Lapai.
We are 5 in our family, and with this business, we have been able to sponsor my family, my brothers that are in university. From this business, we use it to help us in the university that we are going to now.
Business owners, however, lamented that activities do not move well when the school is on holidays and each time Academic Staff Union of Universities embark on strike.
If the students left, my business will not go front again because I am a student area. I'm inside student area, State Local Junction. My business will not go front until students come back.
Each time students are on break or lecturers are on strike, we don't enjoy our businesses. Every business person in Lapai doesn't enjoy his business unless students are on ground. Students also groan over high cost of foodstuffs, accusing business owners of taking advantage of them. Abakar Akote, Trust TV News, Mina.
The education of children in some rural communities in Benue State has become a major source of concern for many at the moment. This is because many are displaced and cannot afford the luxury of education or find themselves in circumstances that have made formal education out of their reach. Jimmy Azandi visited some villages in Benue State and reports that this all-important part of the society is totally neglected. The report.
In some of the villages visited, there was no primary school for the basic education.
I am from this community named Fada. The settlement of Fada here in Kiab, my local government. We are having challenges a lot in terms of school. We have no school. Some people say we have public primary school here, but the public primary school is not functioning. No staff, no teaching. So we found it difficult to carry our children to other places at Boko, Makodi, Zakibian, and so many places.
Some of the villagers say things have gone from bad to worse, as there are some structures on ground in some places without teachers.
Before I was a pupil in this school, there were a lot of teachers, in as much as community teachers that were helping us here to, teach us and guide us in our academic success. But rather now, there are no teachers in this place.
I graduated in RGA Primary School, Savno, and there was no secondary school here, thereabout. Then I have to move forward to look for a places that will continue my education. Thereabout, I faced some challenges from other places. I school from Boku. I faced some challenges.
Even for the elementary level, most of the villagers now travel to urban or semi-urban areas for their educational needs.
Before you carry children here to Boko or to Uba, the expenses is too much. Maybe Okada people are carrying a person here to Uba is 2,000 naira. Then from Uba to Boko, you may cross river at Brook. From Brook to Boko, the expenditure are too much. Carrying food each and every time, charcoal and the rest of things. We are facing much problem in this issue.
Especially when I am about to go back home to the school, I suffer to took my food to go, because before you went there, you must cross a river. From there, there's even transport is too cost by.
If at all the government assists us in certain things like constructing this building for us, but so far as teachers are not around, this building is just like a waste of time. Rather, the school here is not functioning properly because the community teachers are not around. And
the non-payment of teachers and other civil servants under the Otom administration for dozens of months is one of the reasons for the total neglect, according to the rural dwellers.
Amidst soaring fuel prices and epileptic power supply, a Nigerian inventor, Muhammad Adamu Fagoji, has upgraded a solar power generator he invented to generate 350 watts of electricity. Fagoji, who is a graduate of applied physics from the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, Bauchi, says solar energy is the solution to the Nigeria's fuel crisis and epileptic power supply. Ibrahim Ismail reports.
Since the removal of fuel subsidy by the federal government, Nigerians have been battling with high cost of petrol to power vehicles and electricity generation due to epileptic power supply in the country. Passionate to provide solutions to the energy crisis, Muhammad Adamu Fagoji, who studied physics, has invented a solar power generator which he recently upgraded to supply both direct and alternative power.
I invented this device which is called a portable solar generator, and I call it dual purpose solar generator because it produces both AC and DC electricity at the same time. We can use it to power AC appliances and DC appliances simultaneously. The idea of, before I constructed one AC generator, solar AC generator, that one can only power AC appliances such as television, AC bulbs, AC fans, all varieties of AC appliances. But this one is like an upgraded version of that first generator I invented in 2021. This one is a dual purpose solar generator because, as I said earlier, it can be used to power DC and AC appliances simultaneously.
The young Nigerian inventor said apart from being affordable, solar energy is environmentally friendly, which can help mitigate the impact of climate change.
And I think the best way to do that is to go for sustainable source of electricity, and that is why I selected these solar gadgets, because in solar, you know, the solar source, or we can say the solar electricity, is the environmentally friendly source of electricity, and it doesn't emit carbon because we don't use fuel here. This generator, you don't need to buy fuel, and you can see now that the fuel subsidy is removed, so the price is so high in such a way that ordinary people cannot afford to buy.
Fagoji, who called on the federal government to invest in solar energy, is looking forward to develop his invention for safe reliance. Ibrahim Ismail, Trust TV News, Gombe.
And now, away from Nigeria, rescue efforts looking for the missing titans of Marseville have intensified as the deadline for the remaining oxygen passes. A Canadian aircraft searching for the sub in the Atlantic Ocean detected intermittent banging noises from the vicinity of its last known location. However, the U.S. Coast Guard said they don't know the source of the noise. Crew searching for the vessel detected banging noises every 30 minutes on Tuesday and 4 hours later on Wednesday. Additional support arrived Thursday morning to help with the search, with oxygen supply expected to run out by 1 p.m. UK time on Thursday, as confirmed by the U.S. Coast Guard. Aboard the Titan is CEO and founder of Ocean Gate Expeditions, Stockton Roche, British billionaire explorer Hamish Harding, renowned French diva Paul-Henri Najolet, and Pakistani businessman Shahzada Dawood and his 19-year-old son Suleiman Dawood. The watercraft submerged on Sunday morning from its support vessel to travel to the Titanic wreckage, which sits at a depth of 12,500 feet. At least 31 people were killed when a gas explosion ripped through a barbecue restaurant in the northwestern Chinese city of Yanchuan, state media said on Thursday. The blast occurred on Wednesday night on the eve of the 3-day Dragon Boat Festival holiday, when many in China go out and socialize with friends. The explosion took place around 8:40 p.m. at the Fuang Barbecue restaurant in the residential area of downtown Yunchuan, the capital of the Ningxia Autonomous Region. Footage of the broadcaster CCTV showed more than a dozen firefighters working at the site as smoke poured out of a gaping hole in the restaurant's facade. Shards of glass and other debris littered the darkened street, which is also home to a number of other eateries and entertainment venues. 9 people, including the restaurant owner, shareholders and staff, were held by police following the explosion. CCTV said, adding that their assets had been frozen. And finally, on sports news, Flying Eagles forward Salim Fago Lawal has sealed a transfer deal to Croatian club Estra 1961. Estra and his Nigerian club Mavlong FC have reached an agreement on the move. According to reports, Fago is waiting for his entry visa to travel to his new base. Lawal is expected to pen a long-term contract with his club. The young striker featured in all of the Flying Eagles' 5 games at the 2023 FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Argentina. Estra 1961 are based in Pola and finished 5th in the Croatian top league this past season. And with that, we have come to the end of Trust News Update. Do not forget to follow us across all our media platforms and our YouTube live stream. I am Abdurrahman Umar. Thanks for watching and bye for now.